You grow up believing your home is the safest place in the world, that your parents are protectors, that monsters live outside, not under your roof. But sometimes, the monster is the one tucking you in at night. Sometimes, evil doesn't look like a stranger at the window. Sometimes it looks like your father. This is a story about the silence that follows a scream no one heard, about a missing girl, and a sister who tore her world apart just to bring her back. This is the case of Alissa Turney. She left school like it was any other day. 17 years old, second-hand denim jacket, ready for summer break, freedom, maybe a little mischief. She had plans for that afternoon, but she never showed up, never called, never came home. And for the last 2 decades, no one has been able to answer one simple question. Where is Alissa Turney? May 17th, 2001, Phoenix, Arizona, the last day of school at Paradise Valley High. Alissa Turney was picked up early by her stepfather, Michael Turney. He said they argued on the way home. He claimed she had slammed her bedroom door behind her and locked it. Late that afternoon, her younger sister Sarah came home. Alissa was gone. A note sat on her bedroom dresser. Dad and Sarah, when you dropped me off at school today, I decided I really am going to California. Sarah, you said you didn't want me around. Look, you got your wish. I'm gone. It was handwritten, but Alissa had left behind her purse, her cell phone, her clothes, and the $1,800 she had saved up in her bank account. Nothing was touched. No one saw her leave. No one ever heard from her again. The Phoenix police didn't investigate. They took Michael Turney's word for it. Alissa was 17, technically old enough to leave home. They marked her as a runaway. No Amber Alert, no press release, no questioning of her friends or teachers, no search for surveillance footage, no urgency. The file quietly collected dust. But the people who knew her best, they never believed she left by choice. Michael Turney wasn't just a grieving parent. He was paranoid, controlling, obsessive. He wired his home with surveillance cameras, recorded every phone call in and out of the house, forced Alissa to sign a behavior contract, threatened to send her to mental hospital for acting out. Alissa wasn't unstable. She was scared. She told friends and coworkers that she feared her stepfather, that he watched her constantly, that he would sit outside her job for hours without speaking to her, that he once tried to sexually assault her, that he said if she ever told anyone, he'd kill her and bury her in the desert. No one looked into those claims, not until years later. Sarah Turney was just 12 when her sister disappeared. She believed her father. Of course she did. She raised her, fed her, held her hand when she cried. But as she got older, things stopped making sense. Michael had recorded everything, every phone call, every moment in the house. But the one call that could prove Alissa was alive, gone. No copy, no record. And then there was the tapes, hundreds of them, meticulously labeled, except for the day Alissa disappeared. That tape was missing too. Sarah Turney stopped asking questions. She started demanding answers. She became an advocate, filed FOIA requests, launched the Voices for Justice podcast, posted daily TikToks and Instagram videos, and finally, the world listened. In 2020, almost 2 decades after Alissa vanished, Michael Turney was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. There was no body, no confession, but Sarah had given the case something the police didn't: a pulse. The case went to trial in July 2023. Prosecutors laid out the story. Michael Turney fabricated the note. There was no trip to California. The surveillance tapes were altered. The timeline didn't hold up. But without a body, without a direct witness, the judge dismissed the case. No jury, no verdict, no justice. Michael Turney walked free, but Alissa didn't. She never used her bank account, never posted to social media, never started a new life in California. She never called. Because she couldn't. Because she was never meant to. Because no one ever ran away. She was taken. The court never found him guilty. The law said there wasn't enough. No fingerprints, no body, no final breath recorded. But everyone who knew her knows the truth. They just can't prove it. And so, the space where Alissa Turney should be, her graduation, her wedding, her laughter echoing from a hallway, is still empty. But there's something stronger than silence. It's the voice that refuses to be quiet. Sarah Turney is that voice. And now, so are you. Because the second you heard this story, you became a witness.